Okay, today we are going to be talking about formula. The first topic for today is going to be formula. Our agenda for today is formula, sorting of data, filtering of data. Now, let's go. Creating simple formula. There is formula and there is function. So there is formula and there is function. Now, what is a formula? A formula is an equation that performs calculation. Just like your calculator. We have your and different types of mathematical formula. Talk about the addition, the subtraction, multiplication, division, and equal to. Those are mathematical operators. As you can see, both the left hand side and the right hand side, how formulas are stated, how they are spelled out. Now let's proceed further. Creating simple formula. Now let me say this. In Excel, formula is created. A simple formula is created with just single mathematical operator. One mathematical operator is what is used to create a simple formula. Meaning that if you want to do plus, only plus, maybe two numbers, you want to minus a number from another number, you want to divide a number from another number, so you use one. That we call it simple formula. Then we also have complex formula. Complex formula is the one that has more than one mathematical operator. Then we have functions. Now let's look at this. In my front, it said a simple formula contains one mathematical operations only. All formula must begin with equal to. For those of you that have been using Excel, you know that when you are writing a formula, the first thing you must put is equal to. When you put equal to sign, then you will be able to Excel will recognize that you are actually doing a calculation. Then it will be able to respond. If you don't put an equal to sign, if you enter a number, definitely that particular number you are trying to enter, it will just be there looking at you. Now let's start an example. Two numbers, 128 plus 345. Let's quickly look at that right now. Using this as an example, 128 plus 3. So if I want to do this, I'll just type equal to, then two number, 128 plus 345. And I press enter. You'll find out that it gives me my answer. If I click on it again, what I'm going to see is this. Now, this is called number reference. Now, simple formula is regarded. It has two different types: number reference and cell reference. Now, number reference is that maybe you go to markets, you buy maybe different things, and you need to. You want to know the amount you spent, and you don't want to stress yourself. Just bring out your system. Open your Excel, type equal to. Okay, maybe you bought shoe. Okay, shoe. Put the price. You bought handbag. Put the price. You bought a shirt. Put the price. Everything you bought, you put the price. And once you put the price, then you press enter. You put the price. You put plus. Then press enter. Automatically add it for you. We call it number reference. Now there is another one called cell reference. Let's proceed. We'll get to that. That one now. Now, to create a simple formula, what do? Click on the cell you want this formula to stay. Type equal to sign first. This will make Excel to know you are actually typing, and you want to enter into a formula for it to calculate. Type the first number, put your mathematical sign, which is addition. Type the second number, then press enter. Once you have done this, your formula is completed. Then it will show you results. Now let's go to the next one. Now, creating a simple formula using cell reference. If you look at the screen, you will see that in column B, we have two numbers, 128 in B2 and 128 in B3. And you see something like sum is equal to B2 plus B3. This is called cell reference. I can decide to just do equal to B2 plus B3 and I will get my answer. So let's quickly do this right now. So now I have 128. Okay, let me go to B2, B3. This is B2, 128. We have B3, 345. We call this cell reference. What do I do? Equal to, I'll click on the first, which is B2 plus B3. Then you click on your enter. Once you do that, you see your answer. Now, if you look at this, if you click back into it, you will find out that it has referenced your cells, which is B2 and B3. We call it cell reference, but it's still a simple formula. Now, look at this. Type the formula in this and in cell B4. Okay, that is it. We'll just practicalize that. Let's continue. So this is the step to create it. I don't need to go over it. It's just enter based on the reference of the cell and ensure you know the cell you are doing. And if not, you can use your cursor to be able to click on the particular cell you want to, and it will proceed from there. So let's continue. You can do the same. What we've done earlier, you can do the same for both subtraction, multiplication, and division. Those are the main thing we do in Excel. So, complex formulas. Now, before I proceed, can somebody turn on the mic and tell me if you understand what I explained earlier concerning simple formula before we proceed into complex formulas? Someone should just turn on your mic and you can say something. Hello? Now, like I said earlier, simple formula okay, I'm listening. Okay, yeah. A simple formula contains just one mathematical operator, just one. Do you understand? Meaning that if it's addition, you just say, okay, one number plus another number, 100 plus 150. That's simple. Maybe 200 minus 100. That's simple formula. Now, let's go to complex formula. Complex formula involves more than one mathematical operation. That is to say, you are going to have maybe division, multiplication, subtraction. You have your bracket. Now, what is the order? Order of operation. Operation which is enclosed in parentheses, exponential calculation to the power of multiplication and division. Now, look at it. In maybe primary school or secondary school, even in high institution, there is what we call BODMAS. I know most of us already, we have heard of BODMAS before. Some can say BEDMAS, exponential. Now, BODMAS is brackets of division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. Now, it holds also in Excel. But for you to understand, not to stress yourself too much, because I know a lot of students usually find it difficult when it comes to calculating, especially when it involves multiple brackets, multiplication, division. Now, what do? Multiplication and addition, they have the same order. So whichever one comes first, you do it, whether multiplication comes first or division. Now, addition and subtraction, whichever one comes first, you treat. Now, don't forget, you have your parenthesis, which is your bracket. Then you have your exponential, which is the power of. Now, let's go to the next page. Now, let's take our pen. I want everybody to calculate this and tell me the answer of this before we proceed further. 120 divided by into bracket 8 minus 5 times 4 minus 2. So let's try this. If you are done calculating, turn on your mic and tell me the answer. Who has gotten the answer? Hello, ma. One what? Okay, 80. Okay. 158. Okay. Who else? Who else? I want somebody else to give me answer. Then we'll go and we'll confirm now whether whoever is correct. We'll find out now. Oh yeah. One more answer before we proceed. Hello, who is speaking? Sorry, who is speaking, please? I'm hearing noise at the background. Okay, let's check the answer now. Who got it? Hello, who told me 158? I guess it's Opeyemi, right? Okay, clap for yourself. So the answer is 158. Now, let me explain how it will happen that way. Now, if you look at this, if you follow the rule of BODMAS or BEDMAS, you are going to get the answer. Now, look at it. 128 divided by into bracket 8 minus 5 times 4 minus 2. Now, in the order of BODMAS, what do we do first? We tackle whatever is inside bracket, Abi, which is 8 minus 5. So we are left with 128 divided by 3 times 4 minus 2. Now, 120 divided by 3 times 4. Now, which one comes first between these two? It is division. So we go with division. So 120 divided by 3, which is 40. Now, we are left with 40 times 4 minus 2. So now, 40 times 4 gives us what? 160. Then when you remove your 2, you get 158. So, let's clap for ourselves. So that is it. So let's proceed further. So now, look at it. Note, when using formula with cell reference, the results change each time the number are edited. For you that you have been using Excel, you understand this, that when you have a formula, the moment you change the value in the way you have referenced, your result will keep changing. Remember, don't do math in your head. It's better to type, like some of us usually do. When we want to type, we will type our value, we will do and calculate inside calculator, then we'll put our value back in the answer in Excel. No, when you are using Excel, you don't need to do that. Just put your formula or your function, it automatically calculates for you. You will not have to worry about whether you are wrong or right. Just as long as you have put the right value, the right answer will be out. So that is it. So let's proceed. Now, creating complex formula. Now, look at this. We have cell B2, B3, and A4. Now, B2, B3, A4. Let's look at it. 128, 345, and 97. So, I'm removing this 128, 345. Then let's go to A4, which is 97. 97. So we are coming here. We are going to B5 to put our answer. What do? We have our formula. You can open your bracket to make it distinctive. You put your first reference, which is B2. You add your operation sign, which is addition. You add the second one. You put into brackets. Then you subtract it. You subtract this one from it, which is A4. Then you press your enter key. You see the answer. If you look at it now, if you click on this, you will see that it has referenced this for us. Do you get it? Now, this is complex formula because it involves more than one mathematical operations. This is complex formula. Now, let's go back to where we come from. Okay, it's actually multiplication. Let's go back and add multiplication there. So I can still go back and change this value to multiplication sign. Then we have our answer, which is 45,881. So that is the answer for that particular one. So let's go back. So as it is now, because we have brackets from the explanation that is on the slide, we found out that it said equal to B2 plus B3 times A4. Then you get your answer. Now, creating complex formula. Creating complex formula. This is the step by which we create complex formula. First thing, you must put your equal to sign, then you continue from there. I don't need to waste more time there. Then, okay, this is continuation of the former previous slide. Now, using function. We have talked about simple formula, we talked about complex formula. Now, function. We also talk about cell reference. What is a function? A function is a predefined formula. A function helps to perform common mathematical operations like functions. It saves you time of writing lengthy formula. You define by a syntax. Syntax is also called an order of writing, which must be followed. If you're a programmer, if you're writing a code, there is what we call algorithm. Algorithm is the step-by-step of how you want the program to run. If you don't follow that, you're going to get error. The same thing come here. If you don't follow the simple basic thing, you will get error. Now, all functions must begin with equal to sign, meaning that no matter what you write, no matter how correct it is, if you don't put equal to sign, your answer will not come out correctly. So that is that. Then, after the equal to sign is defined, define the function name, e.g. sum. You can put average, division, multiplication. One or more argument. That meaning that you can have multiple arguments in the function. You put your text or you reference your reference cell enclosed in parentheses. If there is more than one argument, you separate by a comma. Let's go further. Now look at this. If you see the screen, you find out that I am having two different things here. The first part is the one with one argument. So we are going to write some numbers from B3 to B10 and C3 to C10. Then we perform this thing. We perform sum, we perform average operation. Let's go. Now let's go there. So I'm going to a new sheet to do this now from B3. So let me type a number. Let's say 85, 57, 108, 56, 78, 99, 123, 345. So that is there. Let's put another set of number in C. So let's say 62, 63, 2, 3, 4, 8, 90, 124, 689, 1023. So we've gotten number from C. Now, to write a function, first thing, equal to sign. You define your function. What do you want to do? You want to do sum. So I've already put that sum. And while you are typing, as you can see the screen, the computer will suggest for you, maybe you want to do more. You know, we have some if logical operations. This is just a simple function. So what do? Open your brackets. Now, look at it. What is the first number, which is B3? You can click it. You can click and drag it, or click it and put colon in front of it. Then you click the last one, or type it. You can type it and close your bracket. What do we have? It has automatically added it for us. So we have our answer here. Then we can do the same for this, which is equals to sum. Open your brackets. Then the first number, you put your colon, you put your last number there, and you press enter. Now these two has been done. Now what about the one with more than one argument? Let's say we want to find the average of all these numbers. Let's come to this place and find average. You can just say equal to, write your average. You can average, bracket is open. So let's click from here to this place. You put your comma. You want to find average of all these numbers. Okay, I'm reducing this to this place. Then you pick the second one. You also find the average of this. You press enter. So average of all these numbers that we have here is 202.6875. That's average of all the numbers. Now let's go back. So that is the one with more than one. You can have as many arguments as possible. Let's say we want to have another column here again. Let's say we want to have another column in this place. Let's put figures there. 800, 257, 998, 775, 871, 900, 300. So now we have this. Let's try multiple arguments now. So we can now have equal to average. I mistakenly pressed enter key. So I can just equal to average. So we pick from here the first one, separate by comma, second argument, comma, then third argument. Then you close your bracket. If you don't close the bracket, you're going to get error. So press your enter. The average of all the numbers that are here is 307. That is the average. So let's proceed. So that's it. Then available function. We have common function that are so common. The auto sum. We have sum, average, count numbers, max, minimum, and so on. We have the sum. We sum add up your range of numbers, average, calculate, just like I did earlier. Count. You can count number of value. Now, if I want to count, we have minimum, we have maximum. Let's do count minimum, maximum. Let's find it out now. Now, I want to count the number that I have in this my data here. Let's assume I want to calculate between this 3 and 10. I want to calculate. So what do? I can just come here and put here. I put count. I write count. So you can type count. So when you type your count, so let's put our value here. You can put this, put your value, then third one, want to count number that we have. So let's close our brackets, let's press enter. It says we have 24. The total number is 24, which simply means we have 8 figures per column. So that's the total number we have is 24. That's count. There's another one called counter. Counter is we help to count alphabetical values, not numeric. Now let's find the minimum and the maximum of these numbers, of all the numbers that we have there. I can just put equals to minimum. Open your bracket. The first argument, comma, second argument, comma, then the third argument. So we want to find the minimum, that's the list of it. What is the minimum? 23. We want to find maximum. You can now count max. You put into brackets the first argument, comma, second argument, comma, then third argument. Then close your bracket, enter. So the maximum number we have here is 1000. As you can see the figure. So that is it. Let's go back. So that is it. Then, what are the other available functions? Financial functions like interest rate, loan payment, depreciation. So for accounting people, this one is useful for them. Now, also more functions such as date and time. Date, day of the week, day 365, time, hour, minute, today, month, year. You can do a lot with Excel, but it depends on how far you have gone or how far you are able to learn. This is just a beginner's class. It's not an advanced class. So, but let's practicalize something now. We want to return today's date. What do? Just press your equal to put today. let's say you want to set a file that you don't want to be changing date every day. You just put today equal to today. Open, put a blank parenthesis. You find out that it has given me day, which is October 2nd, 2022. Now, if I want to do it further, I can just come in, click on format cells. I want to format the date to suit me, the date and time. So let's choose this. I want you to choose me the day of the day, the month, the dates, and the year. I can just click on that and click OK. You can see it gave me Sunday, which is October 2nd, 2022. Let's get time. We want to know the time. I can just click on my format cells, go back there. I want to know the exact time this is. Let's find out now. Let's find out the time that we are working currently. So here, I decided to choose this. So you can see, it gave me 12 a.m. 12 a.m. This time is not correct. But anyway, let's not waste much of our time with this. But there is more we can do with Excel. So serial number of today, month, convert like that. Accessing more function. Now to access more function, you can do more. Maybe you say this screenshot here, insert function. Let's go back. If you want to access more function, look at here. At this other side, you will see auto sum. Now, if I don't want to type, maybe as I have this value here, I don't want to be typing equal to, I can just add them together. Just click on auto sum. Some of us already know about that, so it automatically adds it for us. Now, but we are other functions. You can see the common functions. To access more functions, just click on this. You will see it will bring the common ones that easily, so you can have them here. There is more function to be used. There are over 100 of them, so you can access them more like that. So as you can see, we have come to the end of the formula section. So from what I've said earlier, we have formula. It helps to calculate. Then we have simple formula, we have complex formula, and we have function. Any question from anyone before we proceed further? Any question? Okay, in the absence of further question, let us in the absence of further questions, let's continue to the next. Okay, this challenge. By the end of today, I couldn't send yesterday. I'm going to send today. So we are going to filtering and sorting of data. So filtering and sorting of data. So sorting of data. Sorting allows you to change, customize the order of your spreadsheet. E.g., organize an office. Let's say if you are managing data office. So let's proceed further. Now, sorting allows you to change the order of your spreadsheet data. Then we also have custom sorting, which takes it further, giving you the ability to sort in multi-level. For instance, department first, then birthday, and also other things, maybe like department and others. Now, to sort in alphabetical order. Select a cell in the column you want to sort by. Now, we can sort by last name, select the data tab, and locate the sort and filter group. Click the ascending command to So ascending will help you to sort from A to Z, or descending command from Z to A. So let's go, continue. The data in the spreadsheet we organize alphabetically. Sorting option can also be found on the home tab, condensed into the sort and filter command. So to sort numerically, select a cell in the column you want to sort by. From the data, click tab, click the ascending command to sort smallest to largest, or the descending command to sort from the largest to smallest. The data in the spreadsheet will be organized numerically. So to sort by date and time. So now let's quickly go and do a simple sorting. Here is a data. Data of a school, a fictional school called Texlahoma High School. Now, let's sort by last name. You can decide to highlight our data. You can decide to highlight it, or you can decide to pick only the column you want to sort. So let's highlight our data. So we want to sort by last name. So come to data, click on data tab, go to sort, click on sort. Now we already said our column have header. Please be careful. If you don't choose header, if you don't click this, you are telling the Excel to help you sort everything together, meaning it's going to scatter it for you. So click header, meaning that the first line is going to sit as the header, it will touch it. So let's sort by last name in alphabetical order. So let's go. Last name, cell value, you can choose, click on it, cell value, and let's click from A to Z. Let's see what happens. So it has helped us. You can see the last name, A first, A, we have B, C, D, E, F, H, K, like that. That is sorting in alphabetical order. We can decide to sort by color. Let's say we want to sort by color. Click that again. It's our table here again. Sorry. We can decide to click our table again. Highlight. To highlight again, we want to sort by column. So sort column, let's say column E, which is t-shirt color. Cell value, let's start by cell color, or let's put font color. There's no cell color, we only have font color. So which one do we have from top to bottom? What do? We can decide to come in here and pick. We have two colors that are here. Whichever one we pick, we come top. So I want the one that is dark red to be on top. I can just click on dark red to be on top, or to be on the bottom. We want it to sort, so I want to be on top. I can just click on it. We found out that all the red, all the one with all the dark red, they all come up. Now look at this. If you sort based on font color, or if you have a cell color, if you sort based on it, it's going to help you arrange those values and put them at the top. We can come back again and decide, okay, maybe you say you want the gray. You want the gray color to be on top. Then you can now sort with gray color on top. Click on it, and let's say pick gray. You want it on top. Click on it. All the gray will automatically come to the top. That is custom sorting. Now we have another one called multi-level sorting. So okay, from data we can also sort from oldest to newest, like that. There are so many ways we can do it. These are part of data manipulations that we have. Now, custom sorting, you can use a custom list to identify your own sorting order, such as days of the week, or from the smallest to the largest, to sort in the order of your choosing. Okay, from data, so I have practicalized this earlier. So let's continue. Select heading. We've done that already. Multi-level sorting, meaning that you want to add a layer to your sorting, another layer. Meaning you want the Excel to help you sort. The first level is the priority. The next level is the next consideration. Now let's try something. Okay, let's go to home room from smallest to largest. Now, okay. Let's click sort. Oh, sorry, I need to select my data first before I sort. So, I'll click on it here. I like data. So let's sort by home room from cell value from smallest to largest. If you want to add another layer of sorting, you can now click on this. So the first one is that you are using home room first. You want another layer. So let's see the next instruction so that we can follow. So identify the item you want to sort by next level. Next, we sort last name from A to Z. So let's sort last name from A to Z. Now, we want to sort by last name. The next layer, last name from A to Z. So let's see what comes. Now, look at this. It has helped us to pick. Now, look at the order. You see 105, 105, 105, then 110, 110, 110. Meaning that the first consideration is the first part, which is the 105, the smallest number. Then the next one consideration is last name in alphabetical order. We can add another level to it again. It's something we keep changing in that manner. So that is multi-level sorting. So that. Okay, what you need in that aspect is actually filtering. Okay, let me what we are going to filter now. Let me go over it again. I'll just explain over it again. Then we'll go to filtering. Now, filtering will help you to concise your data. Anything you don't need, it will not show. It's only that thing that you need that will show. Now let's go back. I won't spend more time on it. I'll just go back. Okay, let me go back to what we have. Now, look at it. I've sorted this using multi-level sorting. Now, I can decide to sort. Let me take it back and sort just a single way, a single sorting first. Okay. Let me say I want to sort with another layer. Another layer now. Let's add another layer. Let's use. Sorry. I want to move this down. See what I did? You can reorder it by clicking the arrow. Because I click it, it enters into the middle. I want to go down. Now let's sort by t-shirt size. Now let's pick cell value. Let's pick from Z, the smallest, the Z to A. Now look at it. Because what we pick first is the homegrown. Okay, let's go back and start afresh now. I want to sort based on this t-shirt size. I want to delete these layers off. You can delete the levels. Now we are back to the first part, which is t-shirt size. Cell value from, you can use custom. So let's say we want to use value depending on how we want it, A to Z or Z to A. Medium, large, extra large. Let's pick A to Z. Now look at it. It picked L first because L, based on alphabetical order, L first, then medium, small, then extra large. That's in alphabetical order. We can decide to pick the payment dates. Let's say we have picked this. Let's go to the next level of sorting. Let's add another level, another layer. Let's sort by payment, the due payments. Payments, sell value. Let's pick from oldest to newest or from newest to oldest. We can pick from newest to oldest. Let's see what comes out of it. So now look at this. T-shirt size first. The first part is the t-shirt size. This is the first concentration. The next concentration is going to be payment. So that's it. That's that. Now, if you want to go by, let's say you want to go next by color. Another layer to it. Let's see that we add another layer. That is sorting. Now let's go to filtering. Now filtering of data. Filters can be used to narrow down the data in your worksheet and hide parts of it from view. So it may sound like grouping of data. Filters can be applied in many different ways to improve the performance of your worksheet. You can filter text, dates, and numbers. You can even use more than one filter to further narrow down your result. Now, to use filter, what do? We begin with a worksheet that identifies each column using a header row. Select the data tab, locate filter and sort and filter group. Click the filter command. The drop down menu appears like that. And let's continue. We have so you want to filter. Click filter. As you can see, the moment I click filter, you will see these arrows beside each. Now, from the question I got earlier, that how do we maybe sex or something. Now, if you want to do that, just come in here. So since you have clicked your filter, you find out that at each column you have the narrow, a drop down arrow. Now if you click on it, you will see the categories of values that you have. So you can sort based on the category or based on what you want to see. You can see the names of people here. Now let's choose, we want to filter based on color. Let's filter based on dark red. So you select only dark red here, and only the people with dark red will come out. Only people with dark red will show. That is that. So now, assuming I want to filter further, I want people, those with dark red, and I want with medium size. I can just come here, click it out, then click medium size. You find out that only students with dark red t-shirt and medium size is selected. Okay, we can change that and put maybe extra large. We want to see only students wearing red with extra large. There are just two of them, dark red with extra large. So that is filter. Any question on filtering of data before we proceed further to the next agenda? Okay, filter icon. Okay, let's go back. On your menu bar in the home, you will see a tab called data. This is data tab. If you have Excel open, you can look at it. File, home, insert, draw, page layout, formula. You will see data. If I click on data now, you will see it. Now, under a group, there is a group here called sort and filter group. You will see filter here. This is filter. You just click on your filter. Once you click on filter, it will automatically apply heat to the table. Then from there, you can now use it to filter whatever data you want to view. Like me now, I have filter with color and with shirt size. So I can also filter with room. Let's say I want to select all so everything can appear once. I can decide to select all here. All the data will come out. I can decide to filter based on students in a particular room, the hostel room, for instance. I have this logo is disturbing me. Let me shift it up a little so that the logo will stop disturbing me. So now we want to filter based on room. We want to know how many students stays in room 105. I can just pick room 105 alone. So you can see only 6 students stays in room 105. Now, if I want to filter further, I can set, okay, how many students in room 105 have not paid? So just come here, you click pending. Once you click pending, you find out that only students that are spending payment will show. You see, only one person, and his name is McDonald. So the person is having dark red shirt and is wearing large. So let's assume we want to filter with maybe room 205, for instance, 205A. We find out that we have only 2 people that have pending payment in room 220A. Only 2 people. They are just 2. Christopher Payton and Bridget Ellison. So like that, and you can try this. So it will help you to view whatever you want to view and get the data you want to get at once. Sorting and filtering of data. So sorting helps you to arrange your data maybe in alphabetical order, in numerical order, in descending order, ascending order, like that. Then filtering helps you to group data to maybe make it more concise, to view, to read properly. So that is that. Any other question? Any other question? Can we proceed? So let's proceed. Now, workbook and worksheets. We were talking about workbook and worksheet earlier. Now, let's now go deeper into workbook and worksheet. Now, let's go. Working with worksheets. Don't forget, worksheet is each page of your workbook, which is your Excel. Now, worksheet helps to organize your workbook and make it easier to navigate. Now, you can rename and even color code the worksheet tab. Additionally, you can insert, you can delete, you can move and copy worksheet. You can do as much as you want in a worksheet. Now, to rename a worksheet, what do? You right-click the worksheet tab, you want to rename it, then the worksheet menu appears, then select rename. Now, let's go. So, let's say this particular worksheet, I want to rename this worksheet. Let's say I want to say student. You can see I right-clicked, see what comes out. So from there, this is rename. You can click on rename. Other way, you can double-click on it. It's in 2 ways. You can right-click, you can double-click. In case you don't know, just right-click and select rename. Let's say we want to say student data, students. I can just type students. Click out. I've renamed it. You can format it with color of your choice. So let's say you want to color that place. So look at it. Once you right click, you will see different things is here: insert, delete, rename, move or copy, protect, like that. Let's say I want to put a color. So based on the color of the high school, let's do something that is similar, and I put maybe red, orange, or whatever I feel I want to put. As you can see, the color has changed to red. You can see red color. I can put another color here. I can try to rename this tab, put another color there. This is another color for this particular tab. So now you can move or copy. If you want to move, let's say you want to move a worksheet, right click on it. Now look here, you will see, if you go further, you will see this is move or copy. If you click on it, it will give you selection. You can decide to create it. Let's say you want to move, but you want that page to remain. You click create a copy. Then come into this to book and click. Let's say you want a blank workbook. Just click on new workbook and click OK. You find out that if you see, I have gotten a blank. See something here, book 1, meaning that this book that I'm moving it out. So look at it. Where I was before, this copy remains there. If I want to move totally and I don't want a copy, I will not. If I don't create a copy, create a copy, it will definitely. Now, if let's say here I did not click on this and I want to move, it will definitely move, and that sheet will disappear from that place. The same way you can move. Let's say you want to move, you can move one sheet from whatever location it is. Maybe the sheet is in the first sheet on your workbook. You can move it to the last. If you have a lot of worksheets, you can move it to the last. So as long as possible like that. So that is it. So let's continue. So working with a worksheet, I've already practicalized all this thing, renaming a workbook. I've already done that before. You can see I've done that. Click anywhere outside the tab. So you can also insert a new worksheet. You can delete. Let's say, okay, let's go back and let's go and insert a fresh worksheet. So I can try to click this plus button, it automatically inserts for me, or I click this arrow, I right click and I click on insert. You see, when I click on insert, it brought out this. Once you see this, you will see something: chart, Excel macros, dialog. You just click on worksheet, click OK. Your worksheet automatically appears. So that is inserting. And if I want to delete, I'll just come there. Anyone I want to delete, right click on it and click on delete. Once you click on delete, automatically it get deleted. So that is that. To copy, we've already done copy earlier. Move or copy. Move means you are moving totally. Copy means you are copying that. You are leaving it there and also copying to another location, either in the same workbook or in an existing workbook or in a new workbook entirely, depending on the option that you pick. So that is it. When you are done, you click on OK and it continues. Then you want to move workbook from one another, you can just hold your mouse to it, drag it to the location you want to. As you can see this arrow now, yearly budget, the mouse was placed on it and dragged over to come to this place. So it becomes yearly budget, monthly budget, and daily budget, something like that. You can color code. I've done that earlier. You can right click and select your color. And I did this earlier for us. So then grouping. Good. Now, what is the purpose of grouping of data? What is the purpose? The purpose for grouping is that you want to type in one worksheet and you want it to appear in another worksheet. That is called grouping. You don't want to come and be typing and typing and typing and typing. You just want to type once and one value to just group. Now to group worksheet, select the first you want, press or hold your control key, your keyboard, select the next worksheet you want to group. Continue to select worksheet until all the worksheets you want are all grouped. Then release the control key. Whatever you type automatically is committed to others. Now let's go. Let me add more sheets. Now we already have 5 sheets, and from sheet 3 to sheet 5 I want it to appear. What do? I can just come here. I don't want to start typing. I just come here, pick data, select my data, copy the data already. Or here I want to group. I just hold down this my control key, select this, select this, select this. Now if you see that as I selected, all these are all highlighted. Whatever I type in this place automatically. Now I have entered my data, right? If you click on any of it, you see that data has been put, has already appeared. Can you see this? Now look at it. What I type, they are all still grouped. If I want to ungroup now, I can just click out of it now. If you click on another sheet that is not among, they are automatically ungrouped. Now look at it. This one that is having sheet 1, see data, the same location. You see? If I want to delete from it, I can just click everything, and let's say I want to delete this value here. Automatically it gets deleted in all that sheet that you have selected. So automatically, so let me click out of it. Let's see what happens. You see? The same value is there. So grouping, it helps you. Since the value you are entering is the same in other places, you can just do that and let it be affected in other sheets. So that is it. Now what I did, like, if you click on the sheet tab that is not in the group, all your worksheets will become ungrouped. You will have to regroup them. So that is it. Now to ungroup, you can just right click one of the sheets, the sheets tab menu, then select ungroup. So that's it. Now freezing worksheet pane is another thing. Want to learn how to freeze pane, worksheet pane. So want to learn how to freeze worksheet pane. Now the ability to freeze specific row or column in your worksheet can be very useful in Excel. It is called freezing pane, meaning that you want to scroll and you want a particular thing to appear, to remain, not moving with the other value that you have. When you freeze pane, you select rows or column that will remain visible all the time, even as you are scrolling. So it helps you when you are working with a large number of sheets. Now to freeze pane rows, select the row. Just like there is a screenshot below, I'm going to practicalize this for us. So if you want row 1 and 2 to always appear at the top of the worksheet as you scroll, then select row 3. Now let's go. I have the data here. So this is what we were doing earlier. Now look at it. I want this bill and fixed expenses to control. I want bill to appear. I want this place and this place to appear. What do? I select this. Then go to view tab on your pane. Once you go to view tab, click on freeze pane. Now you can just freeze pane. Once you fix it, freeze. Now look at this. See the line? There is a particular line that has shown. It means that row has been fixed. So if I'm scrolling, let's say I want to scroll. Let me scroll. See, that place remains static. It's not moving, meaning that it has been freezed. That is it. So let's continue. I've explained the view tab, freezing for the source. I've already practicalized this. Now you already see the black line, just like you see in the screenshots. Now, to freeze column, that's what we freeze is row. Now let's freeze. We want to freeze column now. Select the column to the right of the column you want to freeze. For example, if you want column A and B to always appear to the right, you click column C. Let's go. We want column A and B to always appear. What do? Let's click column C. Let's come here. Now I can decide to unfreeze. Let's say I want to unfreeze this place. I can decide to unfreeze. I don't want to interfere with me. Let me just unfreeze first. Then I can now come in here and freeze A and B. I want this place to freeze. So I just come here and freeze pin. So if I decide to scroll, let's say I decide to scroll, you can see as I scroll, everything has gone inside. So it is very useful if you have a data that you cannot see everything at once. So you can easily freeze and work with your data. Let's continue. So that's it. Now, okay, a black line shows. Okay. To unfreeze, what do? Click on your freeze pane, then you see unfreeze. Just click on unfreeze. I've already done that earlier. So recap on freezing and okay, workbook, worksheet, and so workbook contains at least one worksheet and 3 by default. So worksheet can be duplicated, copied, or moved with a workbook. Okay, worksheet can be duplicated, copied, or moved with a workbook or to a new worksheet. Worksheet tab can be renamed, colored, or grouped. So freezing pane allows certain row so that is that. This is the challenge that we have today. I'm going to get it and send it to us after class. So the next, charts and graph. Charts and graph. What is a chart? A chart is a tool you can use in Excel to communicate your data graphically, that visual representation of data. Chart allows your audience to see the meaning behind the numbers, and they make showing comparison and trend a lot easier. So what are the types of charts? We have many types of charts. We have column charts, and bar charts. And bar charts, they are very similar. Now, let's see. Column charts use vertical bar to represent data. I know bar chart, pie chart, bar chart, column chart, like that. So, column chart can work with many different types of data, but they are mostly used for comparing information. Let's go to the next one. The next one is called line charts. You can see line charts, as the name implies. I know we have seen all these things. For logistics people generally, or supply chain, they will probably use more of line charts to show trend. Now, line chart ideal for showing trend. The data points are connected with lines, making it easy to see whether values are increasing or decreasing. Look at all this now. We have red, we have yellow, we have brown, we have blue, and we have green. Now, these are the trends that we have. The next is pie charts. Just like pie, we've eaten donuts or something like pie charts like this. It makes it easy to compare proportion. So each value is shown as a slice of pie. So it's easy to see which value make up the percentage. The Next, bar chart. Now, bar charts and bar and column charts, they are the same, only that their positioning is different. So it works like column chart, but they use horizontal bar instead of vertical. Then we have area charts. Area charts are very similar to line chart, except that the areas under the lines are filled in. So we have surface charts. As you can see, there are different types, but you may not need all of them, but it's good to know how they work, so that you know the one that best suits what you are doing. Allow you to display data across a 3D landscape. They work best with large data sets, allowing you to see variety of information at the same time. Now, to create a chart. Let me search for this particular data on my system. Then we'll use it to work with our chart. This is the data. Let me increase the. Let me increase the so that we can see it very well. Now, this is it. So we have this. To create a chart, select the cells that you want to chart. Include the column title and the row labels. Column title and the row label. This is your column title. This is your row label. These cells will be source data for the chart. So click Insert tab. In the chart group, select desired chart category. Column for this example. Now let's use column for this example. Let's go back to that place. Now I have this. Select everything here. I've already selected. Then click on Insert. Now, in the older version, it doesn't appear like this. But in this new version, you can see that's giving us option. So what do? I'm going with a column chart. You can see. I decide to pick the column chart. Now you see that my chart has shown off. This is my chart. I can design it as much as I want. You can see different designs here. It suits whatever. You can change color scheme, how you want it to appear. You can do different things with your chart. So you can do more. But I would love it to be simple. Let's just leave it simple. Let's leave it simple. The normal simple this thing. When you get to here, so that you can see now it has group: classic, mystery, romance, science and fiction, young adult films. So these are more like book or more like film, something like of sort that is being sold in this particular place. Let's go back and look at the instruction in our. So now look at this. As you can see, we already have the charts which I already showed you earlier. Now, to change the chart type from the design tab, click change that type command. Select desired chart type. Now, this one you are seeing here is 2010 view. My current view is 365. So you want to change the chart type, just click on it. Let's look at it. Or you can go back to home, the charts, the inserts, yeah. So if you want to change the chart type, you can come in and change. Let's say we want to use pie charts. You can click on it. You can see pie charts. You can see change it further. So any of your choice. You can make it a 3D. You can make it a donut chart. This is a donut chart. You can make it a bar chart. That's histogram. Let's go for line chart. Let's see how the trend is in a line chart. Now look at, there are different line charts. See, this is a line chart. So That's that. Let's continue further. So now chart 2. So to switch rows and column data, sometimes when you create a chart, the data may not be grouped the way you want it to be. So you can also switch the row and column so that the chart will be grouped. In both cases, the chart contains the same data, is just organized differently. Now let's go and switch rows and column in the design tab. So let's change this back to our what we choose earlier. Our column, let's change it back. We want to change it back to what we had earlier. Now we've changed it back to bar charts. Now column chart. Now let's go. Let's come to change design tab. We want to switch rows and column. Click on rows and column to switch. Like I said, it has switch. So I can switch it again. Rows and column. Now see the difference. I switch. Let's continue. So as we switch, the chart actually readjusts itself. Now we can also change the chart layer. Let's select the design tabs, click the more drop down arrow in the chart layout to see all the we already seen all the available charts that we have. Let's view them once again. The available charts that we have, see, this is these are the available charts. This column charts, line charts, statistic. Okay, this is what we have here. Schema and donuts, these pie charts. This is called scattered charts. This is combo charts, combining line charts and column charts together. It's called combo charts. You can combine them to see the trend, stock, and if you are using older version of Office, you might not see it like this. You understand? You might not see it like this. So that's I'm trying to be a bit careful not to confuse anyone. That's why I'm trying to slow down. So let's go back. Now select design layout. The chart will update to reflect the new layout. Some layouts include chart title, axis, legend, chart type. You can readjust them as much as you want. Now let's go back. We want to do some more work on this. Now on these charts, I can click on formats here. On this chart, let's still go back to chart designs. Now chart elements. Let's look chart title. See, you can put your chart title. I've selected it in the middle. You can edit it. Let's say we have book sales as our title. Book sales. That's the title of our charts. Now we can add more elements to this chart by coming here, axis. We can switch our axis. See, we can come here, title, axis, chart, title, data labels. You can start to label our data. You see, as you put the value, each value is actually showing. Then the table, you want grid line to show on your chart, it will show. Then the legends. How you want your legend to? These are legends. These are our legends. What you have here, 2009. I want our legend to appear on the left. So you have seen the legend. Legend actually helps you to be able to read better. Let's it appear on the right. You can see it already appeared on the right. These are legends. So you can manipulate it further. Let's go back. So to change that, okay, I've already explained this. Then you can also move charts to a different worksheet. So to move chart to a different worksheet, select the design tab, click on move chart command, and like that you can move it to a new one. Let's go and practicalize that. So design tab, so let's look for move. This is move chart here, move chart to a new sheet. What we can move it to, if I click on this place now, it will go to a new sheet. As you can see, it has appeared in a new worksheet entirely outside. See, this is where we were before. This is it. It has created its own separate sheet for it. So here you can have further control as you wish on the chart. So that is that. So this is what I just did. So a recap on a chart is a tool you can use in Excel to communicate your data graphically. You have line chart, bar chart, pie chart, column chart, area chart, and so on like that. So I guess we have come to the end of today. So waiting for day 3 to show up. So that is it.